controversial.
Yo, what's up, everybody? It is, once again, the We Book It podcast. The boys are back in the building, and we are here to talk some wrestling. Super excited to have all of you with us here today. Of course, as always, I got my man that is always holding it down for the podcast. He is the workhorse of the podcast. He is always here. He is now your host of the Raw Dog Monday Raw Dog Show. He is none other than Coach Smith. What's going on, Coach?
It's good to hear that we officially are doing Raw Dog Monday. That just feels good. It just feels right. Just feels right.
Raw Dog and
Bring
Monday.
a damn tear to my eye.
I put it in your intro video, so I figure I gotta call it that so that people know what they're watching. And of course, as always, the freakiest of the freaks. Please keep all your Wolverine cups to yourselves because they just might get napped. Oh gosh, he wouldn't go for it too.
He went and grabbed it.
He is your host of the Friday Night SmackDown Lowdown. It is the freakiest of the freaks, Freaky Fritos. What's up, Fritos?
What's up? This week has sucked. Green Bay took an L, but it's okay. I'm a little bit buzzed from whiskey, so the pain's numbed. But ladies and gentlemen, the pain has been numbed.
Of course, we have over here my main man, my brother, Big Daddy C.
Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry.
Yeah, there we go.
Finally,
he did it.
You are a believer.
The shirt.
What's up, fellas?
Clearly, wrestling has not been good to Big Daddy C, and the reason I know is because he still don't have a cowboy hat. So, well, until we get a good gimmick, I can tell you that you probably won't see the cowboy hat from him. Am I right, C?
Yeah, until the Bears fix what they got to fix, man. I'm not myself.
That ain't gonna happen until we fire the coach. But we got to wait till the end of the season for that. So
yeah,
it's gonna be a while till we get that hat, man. So we're gonna be a while till we get that hat.
Hey, time out. Yeah. He's got a good hairdo and beard. All right, I'll give him credit for that.
Yeah, thank you, Fritos. Thank you.
This is true.
Appreciate it.
This is true. Actually, C probably has the best beard on the pod out of all of us, bro. Like
oh, hands down.
Give me a couple more months. I'm growing my beard out.
Tell him,
Fritos. Get that Seth Rollins.
Burn it down.
God damn it! I put the wig away too. I'd go full Seth Rollins right now.
Oh God! No! Put the sparkly hands down. Stop it right now. Put him down. Stop. Oh my gosh! I'm gonna mute him. I gotta mute him. No. I'm gonna mute you, Fritos.
I'm sorry.
All right, folks. Well, we got to get down to business. We have a packed show. Happy to be here with my guys to be able to do my favorite thing, which is talk about wrestling with my friends. I can't believe that we get to do this every single week. More importantly, I can't believe you watch us every single week. But we appreciate you guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, share the channel, the pod. We are trying to get to 2,000 subscribers. We are working our butts off. We are doing now 3 shows a week, giving you quality content to make sure that you are able to know everything that's going on in wrestling as far as our opinions and what we got to say about it. Without further ado, we have to give you our opinions on WWE Crown Jewel 2024. And I'm going to sit back on this one, and I'm going to let Coach begin. Coach, what would you rate Crown Jewel 2024?
Coach, let it rip, Coach.
I'm C- because while it did have some good things that I did like, it just overall fell and did not like what some of the booking was, it felt like it was we had to do this kind of paper or PLE. It wasn't anything that everyone was due. It was just like, oh, great, it's Crown Jewel. And that's kind of what the vibe was throughout the entire PLE. So C- for me on that one.
Ricky Fritos, what would you rate the PLE?
Same. I mean, C-. They had some highs, like the LA Knight match. That to me was the match of the night, but the rest of it was basically just blah booking. The Kevin Owens RKO Randy Orton match, I thought that should have been a true match instead of I'm going to call it a wash. For our record, for me, I am 4-2-1. If that's how we're truly going to go based off our previous podcast
Fritos.
for the booking wise, I'm
Fritos.
mentioning what
Fritos.
What?
You can't kill the lead. I was gonna say that at the end.
Oh, my bad. Sorry.
You know what? No. It's okay because now you host the show. So now I'm gonna come on your show and I'm gonna ruin your leads. I'm gonna bury your leads for you.
Oh, you're gonna show my show? Do it. I dare you. I'm gonna meet your ass somehow from my phone. But don't you? Yeah. Chauncey sucks. All right, I'm done. Sorry. Didn't mean to. I'm sorry. But there are certain aspects of the show that I felt was extremely weak. There was that press conference going on when the fans were chanting WrestleMania, and Triple H said yes, WrestleMania is in Las Vegas, Nevada. So he is tired of this Saudi Arabia deal. He's waiting for this contract to end. Do you guys know when the contract's ending? Because I know he's probably counting down.
2028.
20.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
So he's counting down those days till he's done doing 2 shows in Saudi. But other than that, C-. The crowd reactions to certain stuff was weak. At some points, it was decent for the right superstar, but other than that, yeah, C-.
For me, like initially after I finished watching it, I watched it later on after I got back from work. Like for me, like actually watching it, I didn't think it was that bad. But after I slept on it and I came to the realization that what I wanted to happen in the grand scheme of things, especially in regards to Mrs. Nia Jax, it didn't happen. She still has the championship. I didn't. The only, in terms of the matches itself, like I would say, I didn't really have that big of a problem. I mean, the Cody Rhodes Gunther match, we'll dive more into that. That was a shocker. I would say that. But in terms of everything else, I did like the Fatal 4-Way tag team match.
Pause.
For obvious reasons.
Also, another thing,
Yeah.
there's that post video of Cody, since they're not keeping the championships, they're going to have rings for
They get the rings, yeah.
And the ring for Cody did not fit his finger at all.
Well, it's them wrestling hands, boy. You know the wrestlers got them paws, man.
But even then, though, you should be prepared for those rings. You should size them up. But even then, though, it feels like they weren't prepared.
They'll get an adjustment, I'm sure. But yeah.
Yes, they absolutely have to because he has to wear that some bitch all year long until the next Saudi show.
Right. Yeah. So, but yeah, overall, I think the triple threat match for the United States title, I would say that was probably the best match on the card. I did think the Bloodline match was underwhelming, especially the finish. I was like, I'm like you lose clean. Like in a way, they kind of lost clean. Like there is no weapons or anything used, but like it was pretty much the same old with how the Bloodline has been winning matches. So I just ordered a new Bloodline. And so I was like, all right, I get it, but I wasn't really sold. like overall, I gave it a B minus because of some of the shock value and because of the fact, Nia Jax did lose the match, which I was happy about. I did like the Fatal
Really
4-Way.
got it out for Nia.
Yeah, I like the Fatal 4-Way tag team match. With the women, Damage Control didn't win, so that was good too. I liked it in that regard, but outside of B minus, I compared to past Crown Jewel matches, pay-per-views, I would say you can't go nowhere but up, in my opinion. I feel like you
set the bar low.
Yeah, what we've seen with them having all the part-timers, Brock Lesnar, Goldberg, all these guys, Taker and all that, we've seen. I think that they had the DX versus Brothers of Destruction match at Crown Jewel, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh, it was Super Showdown, yeah. Just things like that. I'm we're far away from that era now, and I'm happy about that. So that's why I didn't really think that it was that bad. I mean, it could have been better, yes. The matches could have been better, the finishes could have been better, but I think because of the fact that this is not necessarily a main story, I would say it's not a main storyline pay-per-view that can really go in feed into the other pay-per-views. It's kind of just something they kind of treated as if it's a specialty show, basically. I didn't really think too much of it. I say all Triple H pay-per-views ain't gonna be great. He gonna miss on some things. So I'm used to that now. But I think now that this whole Crown Jewel is over, we can focus on the rest of the year, get Survivor Series cooking. I'm hoping they go back to the traditional Raw versus SmackDown format. We'll see what happens with that. Maybe throw NXT up in there. Who knows? But yeah, that's my thoughts on the pay-per-view.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you for your extensive thoughts on the pay-per-view. And
look,
what is
man,
your
everybody else shitted on it, so I had to really give a different perspective on it. So
I can appreciate that. What was your grade?
I said B minus.
Okay, so we got C minus, C minus, B minus. Okay, so let's get into the actual pay-per-view. We'll do Kevin Owens, Randy Orton first. Fritos had Kevin Owens, Virgil had Randy Orton, KO attacks after. Coach had Randy winning by disqualification. C is the only one who actually gets a point for this one, and that's because C put no contest on this one. So 1 point for C. Nobody else got a point on that one.
Well,
good,
do like that.
Good on you, C. You man.
Bronson Reed versus Seth Rollins. Reed wins. Ref stops the match. He had Reed wins. I had Reed wins. Fritos had Reed wins. Nobody gets a point for that one. WWE Women's Tag Team title match. Coach had Damage Control. He still has 0 points. C had the Power retaining. C has 2 points now. Virgil had Chelsea and Piper Niven. I'm so stupid. Oh God! I gotta change my name. I can't say I'm gonna be Booker of the Year after I tried to book that and say Chelsea Green and Piper Niven was gonna win. Oh, jeez.
To be fair, the Saudi show was ass, so this is kind of a wash point system, so it's okay. We'll count this as a wash.
Fritos gets 1 point.
To be fair.
Fritos gets 1 point because he said the Power will retain. Next, we'll do U.S. title match. Everybody gets a point. Everybody said LA Knight would retain. Coach gets his first point. Virgil gets his first point. And then Fritos gets his third. C gets his third. Jeez, Coach, we're behind on this. Women's Crown Jewel Championship match. Coach put Liv wins. Tiffy cashes in. He gets half a point. He put Liv wins. Tiffy cashes in. He gets half a point. Virgil put Liv and Tiffany Stratton cashes in. I get half a point. Fritos put Liv Morgan. He gets actual full point. 4 points for Fritos. He is leading right now. C has 3.5. Coach has 1.5. Virgil has 1.5. Men's Crown Jewel Championship match. Coach put Cody winning. So he gets a point for that at 2.5. C put Gunther. He does not get a point. Virgil put Cody wins. KO attacks after. I get half a point for that. There was no attack after. Wait, was there or no?
No.
He attacked him on Friday Night SmackDown.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Doesn't count.
I tried it. Fritos with a 5th point. Picking Cody. And then New Bloodline versus OG Bloodline. Coachman put New Bloodline. 3.5 points. C put New Bloodline. He has 4.5 points. Virgil put OG Bloodline. I don't get any points. Fritos put New Bloodline. Rock Surprise. You get half a point. And winning this and retaining WEBookit Championship. Winning this and retaining his WEBookit Championship for the Crown Jewel pay-per-view is none other than Fritos with 5.5 points for this event. Congratulations, Fritos. I got some work to do.
Watch more
Oh,
TV.
man.
Watch more TV. That's all I'm going to say. It's not even wrestling, folks. The writers have been involved with a lot of TV. That's how I do my booking. It's more intriguing that way. That's all I'm going to say.
Speaking of watching more TV, right now it's time for us to study who to watch for featuring Coach Man.
All right, there we go. Gentlemen, so this week on Who to Watch For, we have a packed schedule because on Wednesday, it'll be NXT going up against Dynamite. It's a Wednesday night war this week because NXT is going to be at the old ECW arena while AEW being the debut match in AEW of Bobby Lashley. So that is something definitely to watch for on the AEW side. You can't go wrong with Bubba Ray Dudley making his return, tag teaming with Trick Williams to take on Ethan Page, Ridge Holland. That'll be a great one. And the one I'm actually really looking forward to, the 10-women tag team match. And it's all of the new baby faces against all the current heels in NXT for the women's division. It'll be a lot of fun. Definitely showcasing each and every one of them. I believe it's Jada Parker, Zarya, Stephanie, Julia, and I think Kalani Jordan is – no, I'm sorry, it's Jordan Grace. Jordan Grace makes her return to NXT. And then on the heel side, you have the 3-woman faction. I can't remember, but also Rosa and Cora Jade. It's going to be a packed Wednesday night, so clear out your schedule. Don't do anything else. Have a dual screen going or pick one, whichever one you like more. If you like NXT more, watch that. If you like AEW more, watch that. Wrestling fan, you'll have a split screen going so you can watch both and help both companies out. And that is what to watch for this week.
Hey, oh, okay, there we go. Wait, I had to wait for it to unmute. All right, thank you so much, Coachman, for who to watch for in wrestling. I love one of the things that you brought up because it is actually our next topic and our main topic for this episode. I want to focus in on Bobby Lashley debuting in AEW this week. It was really, really, really a fresh sight to see. Obviously, everybody knew it was coming. I don't think anybody thought that he wasn't coming to AEW once you saw MVP and you saw Shelton Benjamin and they kept dropping hints talking about business and whatnot. How do you guys feel, first and foremost, about Bobby Lashley being in AEW? Does it make this company more legit? Does it give them the guy? Like, Bobby Lashley's different.
Time out. Sorry. I took the glasses off. Dan Campbell had an interview. Fuck you, Dan Campbell. All right. I'm still sore. I like you as a person. I love you as a coach. But the fact that you're on Detroit, you can eat a bag of dicks. But continue back to the wrestling, ladies and gentlemen. My singles and tag team competitors.
All right. Now, back to wrestling. Bobby Lashley debuting in AEW. How does this make you guys feel?
I'll go first.
You don't look excited. I mean, damn. The man just made his debut, brother. The business is back.
Syndicate.
I mean, when something is inevitable, it kind of makes it not as like, exciting, I guess. But in terms of your question itself, I think, in terms of star power, they needed something big time. Especially after CM Punk leaving. But like in terms of like powerhouses, like of that magnitude, this is like the best guy they could possibly have. Especially coming up from the big league, from the big dog company, So I think having Bobby there, you got MVP, you got Sheldon, like seasoned veterans in the game. They could teach a lot of these young guys something about the business. I think from that perspective, it definitely helps. It will definitely help AEW in the long run. And then who knows what other superstars Bobby can help bring along that's out there right now. So I believe it'll definitely help AEW, bring in some more star power down the line. So we'll see what Tony Khan does with this, and hopefully he doesn't get in his own way again. And so only time will tell, but I think it's big for AEW from a star power perspective. So the only thing now, they just got to figure out how they going to make it work long term. Put them in the right storylines. I won't say give him the world title yet. Like, don't rush it. Like, just take time and see what happens. See if they can get Swerve into the Hurt business and be a super dominant faction, even better than what they were in WWE. So we'll see what happens with that.
Personally, I like that Bobby Lashley's on AEW.
Mm-hmm.
The things that I hate, the fact that they're doing a copycat version of the Hurt business and calling it the Hurt Syndicate, and it's the same group, which I get it, but they are literally riding on the tailcoat of
what are
WWE.
they calling it?
Hurt Syndicate. They are literally
Bro, that's almost as worth. That's almost as worth as what was it, the Circle of Life?
It was called the Circle of Life.
No, what was
the Learning Tree?
What was a group with him and the Street Profits? Was it Circle of Life or something like that?
Nah, the Pride.
The Pride. Oh, okay.
See, it was so bad you don't remember it.
No, because I used to always call it Circle of Life, so I knew it had something to do with Lion King, something Lion King related.
Funny.
But,
That's good.
Terrible though.
I'm happy that he's on wrestling again, but I'm just upset it's AEW. I just don't trust Tony Khan. I don't trust the booking, and the fact that they are riding on the tailcoat of WWE and basically using the Hurt business and just changing the name of Hurt Syndicate. It kind of just sucks. And especially now, I saw a clip that, because I haven't watched AEW for a minute. I sorry to apologize, fans, but I can't watch it. It's hard to watch. Where the Elite is trying to get Kenny Omega to help them out with John Moxley after they kicked him out and all that stuff. It makes no sense. Where is the storytelling? Where is the booking? Make it make sense? And none of it makes sense. And for this, I mean, it kind of makes sense with the storyline and all that, but you're riding on the tailcoat of WWE, so I'm putting it all in that same area, and it just sucks. I'm happy for Bobby. I want him to be successful, but with Tony Khan being in charge of everything, I'm just wishy-washy on it. Coach, you take over because, you're the AEW guy.
No,
Coach,
I agree.
Coach, that's not a title you want to have.
I
You're
know.
the AEW guy.
The funny thing is, I don't watch it as much as you guys think. I just make sure I everything. So let me just get that out in the open.
Clips. For me, if I see a cool clip, it's going to be on my top 5 or anything like that. Then I will rewatch the match or anything like that. But the booking, it's just how they act and everything. I can't watch AEW right now till something changes, which it's at the top with Tony Khan. Until that changes up there, I'm not going to be watching AEW till something changes deep down.
Tank when you need him to come in and cape for AEW. Also, BT Dub, happy birthday, Tank.
Happy birthday, Banana
Brother.
Boy.
Tank.
Or birth anniversary.
All right, Fritos. Now, don't cut Coach off no more. Go ahead, Coach.
Sorry.
I agree with you that the storytelling, the booking, it's not making sense right now. What Orange Cassidy, how they're kind of making it him as the new face of the company. I think he's going to be pretty good at that. But the way they're doing it, it's very similar to what they did with Swerve when he was a champion. They make him look like the idiot that doesn't know, that it trusts everybody and doesn't think anything bad's going to happen. And it's very fresh. Bobby Lashley, this is on a whole different side of AEW. I think it does bring that star power that they are kind of unless Kenny Omega comes back. We already know Bryan Danielson's out. Jon Moxley's doing good, but no Moxley, they automatically think Dean Ambrose. Let's be honest with that. And same thing with Claudio. People immediately think Cesaro. But Bobby Lashley, you think of that, you automatically think of just him. So that is a star power that they definitely needed, just their own promotion, pretty much. And Bobby Lashley brings that. Shelton Benjamin brings that. MVP brings that. So these 3 guys, it's definitely going to add a little bit more credibility to the AEW, even though they already are credible. But ever since the angle with Jack Perry and Tony Khan and Tony wearing the neck brace and everything, nobody's taking it seriously. When you bring these 3 guys in who know about the business, who know what it takes to get a crowd going and get a crowd, it's going to lead them to that success they had when they first started.
Yeah, I hear what you guys are saying, but I'm going to take a total different turn for this. I think that it's great that Bobby Lashley is in AEW. Kind of to what Coach is saying, I agree with him in a sense of this is a building block. Bobby Lashley can be the cornerstone of your company for the next 5 to 10 years, and that's saying a lot. Even though Bobby Lashley is older, I still think that he has that much left to go in the ring. I still think he has that much, just likability. Like, remember, like in WWE, they tried to turn him heel, and the fans wouldn't let it happen. Like they want to cheer for Bobby. And these AEW fans, they know who Bobby Lashley is, and they remember Bobby Lashley. This is a guy, I mean, he can potentially turn the needle for AEW if he is booked right. Now, this is where Fritos is correct in the sense of you have to have linear booking that makes sense. And it's so hard for Tony Khan to make booking make sense because he lives in a fantasy world where he just wants to book fantasy booking all the time instead of booking stories that just make sense, like simple stuff. It just makes sense. Hey, I don't like you. You don't like me. We got a problem. Let's fight in the ring. It's always like overcomplicated stuff, and it's just too much going on. And then it's just not linear. Like stuff doesn't connect well. one week you're feuding with this guy, the next week you guys are tagging together and you're best friends, and it's too much. Anyways, I depend on MVP to shield Bobby Lashley from the BS booking of Tony Khan. Like I expect that MVP and Bobby Lashley probably have creative control within their contract because Tony Khan gives it out to everybody, including Miro. So I assume that Bobby Lashley should have creative control, and if the story makes sense, he'll do it. If it don't make sense, he'll hopefully try to help Tony Khan make some stories make sense. Including, I'm hoping MVP starts working backstage with writers and with producing and stuff like that. I think MVP has a career as a producer in wrestling as well. I mean, like I said, his wrestling days are clearly over with. He likes to manage, which is cool, but like really, like, you know, like I said, I think he has a lot more he can give to the business behind the scenes, and I think he has a mind for the business too. So I'm hoping for big things from Bobby Lashley and MVP in AEW. Hopefully he is somebody that can build the company around. I agree with Steve. Don't give him the title too soon. But by next year, wherever you're at for your all out show, he needs to be fighting for that world championship. So that's that.
So you just mix all our opinions together. All right, perfect. All right.
You know what? When I say it, it sounds better. Yeah.
Sorry.
Wait. What was that? What was that, Fritos? What'd you say?
Oh no.
Muted him.
Yes, I did. And now it's time for us to
said
unmute.
that Big Daddy C loved the Speeds title.
See, you love the Speeds title? Wait.
He loves the Speed title.
Which Speed
Guys,
title? See, you talking
Joe
about
Hendry
this
train. Oh, guys.
big, glorious white championship that is held by who right now? Who holds this title? The Pixie Fairy Dust Girl? Candice LeRae.
Guys, we just got him on the Joe Hendry train. Let's not push him away from the Speed title.
Oh god.
He's never going to be
Look
on
at
that
this.
train.
No.
Look at this.
Never.
Beautiful championships. All right. But
Well, not
speaking
now.
of Big Daddy C, it is time for your throwback moment.
All right. Sorry. All right, so throwback moment this week. I was thinking about the whole thing, Randy Orton and KO, pretty much a no contest brawl around the ring, ending in Randy Orton get put through a table or from a high flying maneuver. So it kind of got me thinking about, old time back in about 16 years ago, January 14th, 2008, Monday Night Raw. You had Jeff Hardy and Orton going through their feud at the time. And I believe this was right after Orton punted Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy. They were supposed to have a match, I believe, and they end up brawling outside of the ring. They take it to the entrance area. Back when they had the old school Raw entrance stage format. And then basically Jeff Hardy kind of did a backdrop on Randy Orton. He went off the stage. Jeff Hardy climbs a little scaffold, does a swanton from like about 30, 40 feet in the air. And basically that was the end of the pay-per-view. and so basically just it's kind of correlating with what happened at Crown Jewel Saturday. And so Orton's always on the receiving end of these brawls, ending in him getting put through on a table by someone doing a high flying maneuver. It's happened with Jeff. It's happened with Kofi Kingston, Madison Square Garden, and now it's happened with KO in Saudi Arabia at Crown Jewel. So that's my throwback moment of the week. I'll go back to that whole year for that Jeff Hardy versus Randy Orton feud, culminating in I believe at the Royal Rumble right after, I think it was like a week or two after this Monday Night Raw episode. That was a good match too at Madison Square Garden between Orton and Jeff Hardy. So Go back and watch that match as well. And that is my throwback moment of the week.
All right. Thank you, Big Daddy C, for the throwback moment of the week. Actually, I am right now doing my Raw review where I'm on YouTube and I'm looking at old Raw clips and like they piece together different stuff that's happening. And I'm literally watching exactly where you're at right now and with your last throwback moment. And it was pretty good. It was a weird time in WWE. JBL was getting ready to make his comeback. He had just cost Chris Jericho the WWE title against Randy Orton, and then Randy Orton was going to go to. I mean, Jeff Hardy had just beaten Triple H at Armageddon to become the number one contender and to get that spot for the for the WWE Championship match at the Royal Rumble. So yeah, I know, just all in general, and this is when Vince McMahon was also having his mental breakdown. After the 15th anniversary of Monday Night Raw, where The Undertaker, Mick Foley, and Stone Cold Steve Austin and Triple H all embarrassed him in the middle of the ring when he tried to name himself the greatest Raw superstar of all time. So, all good moments, all good things to watch. Thanks once again, Big Daddy C. I want to show you guys something, and I want you guys to tell me what you think of this, because this is what I'm hearing, that coming to Netflix, there will be a new mid-card championship. A men's championship, it could be a women's championship, but the WWE World Netflix Championship in 2025 when Raw goes to Netflix. I mean, what do you guys think about there being a championship resurrected or brought back or introduced at that first Monday Night Raw?
I'll start.
Go ahead.
If it's a men's, I hate it. I really do, because I feel like it's going the AEW route with the TBS or the TNT championship. There's just so many titles. But if they're going to do it for the women's championship, like for a mid-card, I'm fine with that. Give the women's a mid-card and make it important for the storyline. And do the same thing on the SmackDown side and have it be the USA Network title or something along those lines. Make it worth important for those channels.
Sure. And should it only be defended on those channels, not at pay-per-views?
Yes. That's how I see it. Don't do it on the pay-per-view unless if it's a pay-per-view, make sure it's the competitor on the same channel. Don't do some bullshit where they come from from SmackDown, come over to compete or whatever. But if they do that shit, have them do it, switch spots or something along those lines to flop places.
What you think,
So essentially, what this is, it's been done before. It just hasn't really been called like that specific channel that they're on. It just hasn't been called specifically that channel. But this is nothing but a television championship.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So like that's really all it is. Just another like, and so I'm thinking about TNA. They got the digital media championship right now. Obviously AEW got the TBS and the TNT. So I guess it wouldn't hurt WWE to have their own television championship. If anything, Netflix would probably be the best one for them to use since they're only on Netflix and USA right now. So Netflix championship sounds better, I guess, than USA, because I mean they got the US title, so having a USA championship would be or
have it streaming or television channel or something different to mix it up.
Fair enough.
I wouldn't say call it the Netflix title, but I would just say probably like maybe just the WWE Television Championship or something like that. I don't know, but but yeah, if it's strictly for the women's, I wouldn't be opposed to that. For the men's, no more mid card titles. We're good.
What do you think, Coach?
You're good.
Not a fan of it. Just think. I mean, I will say if it's the women's mid card, sure. Like let's go ahead and give them the mid card title. But after that, if it's another men's one, it's like, eh. It is turning into an AEW with all of these different kinds of champions. We have the Speed Championship. We also already have the Crown Jewel Championship now. It's like, come on, we don't need this one. People on the roster, but we don't need to solidify these wrestlers on the roster with a do it through good storytelling. And I feel like that's just going to me, it feels like this is going to become like the 24/7 championship.
Okay. And funny that you mentioned that, because the other rumor is if it's not the Netflix championship, Triple H is looking to resurrect the Hardcore championship. Now,
that one I'm good. One I'm good.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. We need hardcore matches.
Thank you. Yes.
Don't give us a
no
hardcore match that's half-ass. I want a full hardcore, blood, broken bones, everything match.
Now, as far as I remember, in the old days, they actually had all the matches were like no DQ, hardcore related matches, right? Like what was it? Probably what 2000 was. What was the last year of the hardcore title? Was it 2002?
RVD retired the championship in 2002.
Okay, yeah. So, but as far as I know, it's every match that has been for that title has been some form of the like hardcore. What is a ladder match? Like whatever it is, like it's been hardcore. So they bring it back. It has to be hardcore or Extreme Rules or something like that. Yeah, that would be I definitely would love that.
Okay. I think it would add a unpredictability to Raw, and I think that Bronson Reed should be your first hardcore champion. I think you reward him for the year that he's had, and I think you put that championship on him, and you let him carry that belt. And like I said, I mean, it's like what Coach Ben said on last week's Monday Night Raw review. Wherever Bronson Reed goes, there's chaos that follows him. So putting a hardcore championship on him and just have people constantly try to come take that belt from him, like, and make it 24/7 also. Like I said, and just have people like try to take that championship from him. So like, whereas Crash Holly, for all my old school wrestling fans, WWF fans from the late 90s, Crash Holly being hardcore champion was a parody, basically. Like they would call him Elroy from the Jetsons, and like I said, and like he would have matches in like playpens and like kids fun houses and like bathrooms and all this different stuff. Like he basically couldn't go anywhere without without somebody trying to take that championship from him. Yeah. But with Bronson Reed, you make it serious. Like you legit like have like somebody's cameras follow him in like an airport or something like that, or like even have somebody like recorded on their phone or something like that. Like you can get creative with this, with the hardcore championship, if you bring it back and you put it in 24/7 mode. So I'm excited if it is the hardcore championship. If it's not
they on my bad. I mean, not to cut you off. Like if they on Netflix, the production is gonna be crazy. Like the production is only gonna get more greater because they're gonna have all the resources to use to be able to do a lot more cinematic stuff, especially if they do something like that, having somebody follow him, you know, wherever he goes, try to take the title off of him. Like, so yeah, I think make it, like you said, make it more serious than what the 24 championship was. Like 24 championship was nothing but a comical segment.
Sure.
There's nothing serious about it. So like, you know.
Sure.
Yep.
But one segment that is not a comical segment, it is our favorite segment that we do every single week. Guys, it's time for Frito's Fave Five.
Frito's Favorite Five. Sponsored by Zen. Soon.
Hey. You said it. Let me pop one of these 6 milligram spearmint zins in quickly.
Oh,
yeah.
Fritos. Did you see it was like a few weeks ago they showed Baker Mayfield popping one of them joints on the sidelines.
He did. I
Yeah.
saw that, and I related to that in a spiritual sense. I related to Baker Mayfield in that situation. But Virgil, you know what to do. Hear my music. First things first, I don't have an honorable mention this week, but I do have a shout out. Today, on November 3rd, 2024, it is the 70th anniversary of the Godzilla. Without him, we wouldn't have comparisons for many matches for many giant men. So without him, we wouldn't be here in this industry. But don't worry, I have a top 5 right here. Oh, there we go. Number 5, I've got Bobby Lashley making his AEW debut. I think he's going to be great in AEW, but I'm worried about that Tony Khan booking. I'm going to see how that happens. At number 4, I've got the Bloodline. I'm a little upset with the booking, but it did bring in Sami Zayn into it at the very end, so I'm interested more in the storyline. Number 3, I've got the main man, L.A. Knight. Yeah. Securing that win. Everyone in Saudi loves him. I love him. It was a great way to book him. At number 2, I know you folks are going to hate it, but I have them all merged together. I've got Cody Rhodes and Liv Morgan together, both securing their victory in for the Crown Jewel Championship. I thought the matches were wishy-washy, but just to secure that and get the ring, I thought it deserved to be at number 2. Then at number 1, for me, Bronson Reed. He may have taken that L, but guess what? That very last shot, him standing up, blood dripping down his face, saying, I want more. Give me more. To Seth Rollins was amazing. Everything that man does right now is gold. I love this feud, and I need more Bronson Reed. And that has been a Fritos Fave 5. Yeah.
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 Yeah. All right. Thank you so much, Fritos, for that Fave 5. All right, Coach, what would you rate it?
You know what? I'm going to give you on that one, Fritos. Very solid.
I'll give you
What
an A.
about you, Bixie? Okay. I'll give it an A as well. It wasn't the worst, but it wasn't the best you've done. But like I said, it was still pretty good, I would say, especially with us praising Bronson Reed as him being, I think, the future, especially him getting something like the Hardcore Championship and being able to elevate that title. I definitely think that speaks to his marketability, and everybody just wanting to see a train wreck of a match that he can put together. And he's been doing a heck of a good job. He's having a hell of a 2025. When we do our end of the year awards, for the last show of 2024, I definitely think Bronson Reed might get my vote for most improved this year, just for how he's carried himself and what he's done and how he's presented himself as a wrestler this year and as a character that you want to take serious as somebody that is a true competitor and a true player in this business.
Are they still doing the Slammies or no? They stopped that.
They're still doing the Slammies.
Hard telling, man. Who knows?
They do it. They didn't do it last year, though, right?
They did.
Yeah, they did.
Was
I don't remember
was it
one
one of those
still did
shows
it.
where it wasn't live? It was just like a kind of like an online type thing.
Yeah,
That's exactly it.
Online voting.
Online,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
That's how they should keep it now. Just do it online. Like,
that's hilarious. Just do it online.
no more live shows. Like,
Yeah,
just a reminder of the Vince era. No more live Slammy shows.
for sure. But and unfortunately for us, this is the end of this show. We appreciate you guys for watching. Make sure that you guys like, subscribe, follow us on all of our social media networks. We are somewhat everywhere, and we are desperately trying to get to 2,000 subscribers by the Royal Rumble of next year. So we want to make sure that you guys like, share, subscribe. We appreciate you for watching, tuning in. Leave your comments below, even if they are kind of mean. Sorry, Fritos. And then and we'll go from there. So we appreciate you guys, and until next time.
I got something to say before we cut off. For those that want to trash our show, watch something else if you don't like what we're talking about. There are plenty of other podcasts out there. Everyone's not going to have the same opinions. That's the joy of being able to talk about wrestling and debate it. Like that's how it is. Same thing with sports. If you don't like our opinions, or you don't like what we talk about, you don't have to listen to us. So y'all commenting, telling us that, you know, our show sucks and all this other shit doesn't fucking matter. That's one F-bomb. It doesn't. So you're not hurting our feelings. So just move on. We gonna keep putting out these episodes and
Good
climbing
content.
and grinding and do what we got to do to get this pod, you know, as successful as we can possibly get it. So I just had to put that out there. So y'all good. All right, y'all go ahead.
1,000% agree with C. For those of you that don't like it, I mean, it is what it is. We got each other's back, and we put in a lot of effort and a lot of time to do these podcasts or whatnot, and you're viewing it. So what does that say about you? So on that note, we appreciate those of you who are watching, who stick in tune with us, who stay in tune with us, who enjoy what we do, and we promise to continue to keep bringing you that fire. Until next time, guys, keep those book and pencils sharp, and we'll see you next time.